to hate about my F-150. Now, this was kind of hard for me to come up with, to be honest, because there's a lot of things I hate about it. I really love the truck. Love everything I've done to the truck. I mean, just look at that thing. How could you hate on that? But I found a few things that, some of them I can change, some of them I'm gonna change, but others it's just like, kind of bad building if you ask me. Anyway, start off. So each one of these holes, a little bitty, and they so dirty. You can see how dirty that is. Like, it's so hard to keep these clean. And there's nothing, you can't just run a brush across it. Like, you have to clean out each individual one, and it's just time consuming. It's kind of annoying. And all these are just, you know, it's just, you gotta rub every one of these to keep it clean. Same thing here on the other side. I hate how these are not pre-drilled for a license plate. And also, why are they on the sides? I would wish it was in dead middle, like, just like I had my plate. So whoever had it before me had a plate here. That's why there's holes there or whatever. But why is it not in the middle? Like, I get on the EcoBoost, this is open for air to go into it. If you don't know that, you don't need to put a plate right here on the EcoBoost, because this is open. But on the 5.0, why is there not a plate dead middle right here? You know what I mean? But that's whatever. So another thing I hate is to get these headlights out, you literally, or to change the bulbs, to get the headlight housing out, anything like that, you have to come in here and take this whole fender liner out. Literally this whole fender liner out to get to the bulbs, to get to the bolts, to take the headlight housing out. Like, you literally have to get this whole thing out. And that's just kind of aggravating, especially coming out of a 2005 Chevrolet. They just had a pin at the top, pull it out, and it popped in. So easy. So that's kind of aggravating. Another thing is these tow mirrors. My truck came with these tow mirrors, and it's, I don't know, I don't like them. A lot of people love them. I hate these mirrors. Absolutely hate them. Another thing is the bed. The bed's aluminum. So, you know, you throw something in here and it hits wrong, you have problems like this. And that's just so aggravating to have to watch, you know, what you put in here. Like, I got a big dent right here. And then a hole, like an actual hole. That's so aggravating. But I'm planning on picking this back up, welding it back together, and then bed lining the whole bed, so I won't have that problem anymore, or try not to. Another thing I really hate about it is the whole truck's aluminum. Like, every piece on, every panel on this truck is aluminum. But the frame, that's what I hate about it. It's supposed to save the driver and destroy the truck in a bad wreck, which is nice, you know, whatever. But I've seen some of these absolutely just demolished, because from the front of the truck to the firewall, which is about right here, is aluminum. It's literally aluminum. And that's kind of scary, like a good wreck, and this thing is demolished. Now, moving on to the inside. Thing I hate on the inside, this right here, what this does is turns off your automatic start and stop. So basically what that button does is it turns off your automatic start and stop. So basically, when you come to a red light or a stop, a complete stop, your truck is going to turn off. And then you hit the gas again. You don't have to crank it back up, but when you hit the gas again, it automatically cranks up. That is so annoying and so bad on your starter. Like, there is no way, you know, a starter that just all the time, cranking up, cranking up, cranking up, cranking up, cranking up. You're not going anywhere without stopping at least 10, 15 times, you know what I mean? And every time you do that, the truck stops, turns off, cranks back up, stops, turn off, crank back up. That's very aggravating. But luckily they make a harness for it. And what you do is you just take this panel off right here, and you pop this out, and they plug the harness into the harness that's already there, and then you plug it into here, and it'll keep it off all the time. And I actually have that installed into my truck. So my truck does not do that anymore. That feature is not available anymore, but it's very aggravating anyways. Forward chime, like, you put the key out, keys out, still does it. You put the key in, it's even faster. That is one of my pet peeves. I hate that. The other thing I don't really like is the shifters up here. If I would have got a bigger model or a better model, the shifter would have been here, and I wouldn't have this big hole here for, you know, God knows what. But it's kind of nice to have the extra storage, but at the same time, I would have liked my shifter here. That would have been great, but here is not a big deal. But it just looks cleaner to me if it's down here. Whatever. But that's pretty much all I hate about my truck. I don't particularly like the two-tone color, like the black with the, I don't even know what color this is, like grayish, brownish color. I really don't like that, but all that's going to be taken care of. I found a whole set of black door panels and black A pillars, B pillars, C pillars, so I'm not that worried about that. That's going to get taken care of shortly. But it's just, I mean, they got the black touching this color all over the truck, and it just doesn't really go with my seats anymore. So I'm gonna just do all that black, and then the headliner I will have to do something with it. I haven't really decided what I want to do with my headliner, and no, I'm not going no Carolina boys on it. So I'm not putting no fur up here. I'm not putting no suede up here. I'm not doing that. That's just not me. So I mean, I'm thinking about something red, you know, to go along with it, or maybe just black. But y'all comment, tell me what I should do up here on this headliner. But as far as that, yeah, that's pretty much all I hate about my F-150. And a lot of that, like I said, can be changed, can be dealt with. It's just things that are a little pet peeve. We could have done a little better. Also, Ford puts halogen bulbs in a $40,000 truck. I feel like they're cheaping out on that a little bit. They can put LEDs in here, look just like they do in the Platinums, just like they do in King Ranches, you know. Even Lariats, I believe, have LED bulbs in it, and it's just like, why'd you skip out on a $40,000 truck instead of a $45,000, $50,000? You know, I mean, those bulbs are like, I don't know, you get a good set of LED bulbs for $150, which I changed mine out. Mine are LED, but it's just, why didn't you just go ahead and put the extra $50, $100? You know, customer satisfaction, keep your customers safe. I mean, we got a good crash rating on these trucks. Like, they got a good safety rating. So why didn't you just make it a little bit more safer and put good headlights in? You know what I mean? I just feel like they could have done a little bit better and not cheaped out on a $40,000 truck. But let's move on to things I do like. So I do like the body lines of the truck. The body lines of the truck are very defined. They're very clean, very slick. I love the body lines of the truck. I love, instead of the 2015 models where they just have a little piece right here, they got a bigger one. I like the grill. I like the front end. I just don't like how I have to clean that. The front of it looks very clean to me. It looks very aggressive. I like that. The round wheel wells, from my Chevrolet, you know, you can only fit such a big tire in there because it is a square fender well. I love the round fender well. It makes it, you can stuff a little bit bigger tire in there without rubbing. It's very nice to have. I like the round fender wells. The tail lights, I think, which I did this to the tail lights. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. I did a whole video on how to make these. But I love this. That's why I got the design from to do it this way. But I really love the way those look. Another thing I like about it is if you were to lock the truck, let me take my keys out of it just in case the door shuts. But if you lock the truck, right, you come back here, tailgate is also locked. I love that. That is so nice to have. You know, you unlock the door, tailgate's unlocked. That's so freaking nice. I love that. That's just a good feature, especially if you were to have a bed cover on here. That'd be great to have. Also like that this truck comes with plugs everywhere. You got a cigarette lighter, you got USB cords, you got it all back here, you got vents back here. I also love this easy access to put these up. You know, you just boom, they're up, then they come back down, you just like that. Good amount of room back here. This is a very big back seat if you really want to be honest. Like, there's this very roomy back seat, and I like to see that because a lot of trucks I've had and a lot of trucks I've been in are just not very roomy. So, my exhaust is one of my favorite things on my truck. So that's just one thing I really like about my truck is the exhaust system. The exhaust system is very nice. But another thing I think is pretty cool on here is you can go to testing settings, right? And you can go here, right here it says theme. Here, let me zoom y'all in. All right, so it says theme right here. You can click on that, and you got all these to pick from, right? So you can even change the Lincoln, but who wants that? Anyway, so let's just say I wanted to go to Ford GT, not the GT Mustang, the Ford GT. Click on it. Take it a second. Now, this is the Ford GT thing. Like, that's super sick. Super duper sick. Turn the truck off. Open the door. That's super sick. Okay. And go back. You want to change it to something else like Raptor. You want to change it to Ford Raptor. You click on Ford Raptor. Boom. As far as the truck for me, it works for me. It's very nice. I love it. It's quick. It sounds good. I've done a lot to it. I plan to do a lot more to it. But yeah, there's some things I'd change on it. If I was to build the truck, there would definitely be some things I'd change on it. But all in all, big picture, I love the truck. There's a lot more pros than there is cons to this truck. And like I said, a lot of the cons you can deal with. If you can't deal with them, you can live with them. They're not that big of a deal. That's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is the pros and cons list of the 2018 F-150. I'll catch y'all in the next video.